My wife's boss told her he's in love with her. Background: 38 together 15 plus years, married with a 5-year. I saw some weird text messages coming on my wife's locked phone. I confronted her. She told me they were coming from her 55-year boss. Apparently back in October she went and talked to him because she thought NTHE relationship was weird. He straight up told her he loved her. At some point they kissed. He got her her first job in academia 10 years ago. He's her mentor and they work a lot together. She said she told him they can only be friends, but he wouldn't hear it. If true, she's a victim here because it's clearly workplace harassment and abuse of position. But that started a weird relationship and she hid that from me. I tend to believe her story. Our marriage is solid, even if it had ups and downs. I'm not going to leave, unless it becomes toxic, because I don't want that for my daughter. Still, I don't know if I can trust her anymore. I posted here mostly to vent, but any help would be greatly appreciated. Did he kiss her or did they kiss? There's a difference. Your marriage is solid but she's kissing and doing other stuff with another guy. The fact that she hid it from you is the biggest red flag. Why are you believing anything she says when she wasn't even forthcoming in the first place and you had to confront her? Evidence for the info. She may be trickle-truthing you. She needs to find a new job and start limiting her interactions with him. The fact that they kissed and you had to pull the information out of her means she's not completely put off by his feelings. Don't do anything rash, but monitor this closely. It feels like it could turn into an affair quickly if it's not one already. Dude, she's not being harassed, she's having an affair. Why'd she keep it a secret from you? I have a feeling there's more to this than meets the eye. Please be careful. Nope. Something here is off. I highly doubt they kissed and she told him. They could just be friends. No way in hell. Especially the fact she never told you about any of it until you literally forced the information out of her. Nah, you're being lied to, and your wife is cheating on you. Blind. They got physical. That is a no-no for me, especially when you found out and she didn't tell you. That means there is a lot more, brother. So tell her AHE needs to quit her job right now. If she gives you any type of excuse why she needs to stay in, just kick her around the curb. That means she is cheating on you shamelessly. At some point my wife cheated with her boss. Dude, this relationship and job needs to be over today or you need a lawyer. If I understand right, in academia you essentially get blacklisted if you leave a tenured position, so the power dynamic is pretty intense here. And schools tend to cover up indiscretions of highly valued faculty. I could see someone making the not-so-smart decision to not tell a spouse that they are being harassed, hoping it will go away and it can be gotten over and she will continue to work without the spouse having to deal with knowing about the situation. Assuming this kiss was not consensual, this sounds like something you can work through and she will need a lot of support. What you both need to do is start to document everything and go to the university after talking to an attorney who specializes in this area and be prepared for a messy journey. Something about this story seems weird and I have a feeling your wife is hiding more details about the relationship. Trickle-truthing, where she says at first they just had one kiss and nothing more, ends up being, she fucked every guy in the department last year. You should not have to ask to see her phone messages. She should have offered them up willingly. You don't want to leave for your daughter, but if you can't trust your partner and start resenting her, then this will become apparent to your daughter. Children are very perceptive. Rethink your stance on this. Our marriage is solid. If this your idea of a solid marriage, I don't want it. Consider that this might not be all the truth. She needs to choose to report him or be upfront with you. Harassment is real and it's confusing coming from a long-time colleague. Feeling positioned into being with him and kissing him could be both workplace manipulation and adultery, not just cheating in and of itself. I would encourage her to report him and seek help. Reddit loves to end long-term relationships at the drop of a hat. If you say it's a solid marriage, I trust that this is something you two can handle. They kissed in October, and are still texting each other weird messages. You know she's lying. What did the weird messages say? Has she been responding? Why wouldn't she have told you when it happened if your marriage is strong? Then you guys could have come up with boundaries together. They didn't just kiss. This is a classic trickle-truth moment. First it's a kiss, then it's just a blowjob, etc. Dude, she is cheating and you allow it. Yeah buddy, your marriage is rock solid. Keep your head in the sand and it'll work out. I would be concerned, especially if she allowed him to kiss her. You can all be a happy throuple. Pure and simple man. What she's explaining is either a lie to cover up an affair, or she's being sexually harassed by a more senior educator in a position of power. The answer to finding out is clear. She either #MeToo, this motherfucker, or it's an affair. Not really anything more to it than that. He lay and pipe. Air people usually admit to things that are less severe than what they've actually done. I'm almost positive it has gone beyond a kiss. But what do I know? I'm just a Redditor who reads too much relationship posts. Did they kiss or did he kiss her or vice versa? It sounds that she's going along with whatever he wants just to keep her job. I would almost guarantee that they're doing more than kissing and your wife is letting him do whatever for her job. He knows she's married with a child and that didn't stop him from kissing her, so he definitely isn't going to stop pushing her boundaries. You need to confront her. If you mattered a little in her mind, she would have told you what happened herself. Why didn't she tell you in October that he said he loved her and they kissed? They were seeing each other at work from October to March. Now it's July and he's still texting weird shit. So she haven't seen him since March, but she didn't tell him to stop the inappropriate texts. Dude, this doesn't make sense and you're brushing off everyone concerned. Your wife only told you now because you saw the text. I doubt it was any workplace harassment if she couldn't even tell her husband. Greater than because I don't want that for my daughter. As a child of divorced parents, I was 5, I can say. Do not stay with her if it's just for the kid because they notice. Maybe you could stay friends like my parents or something. My parents still hug and see each other every so long. Given that your daughter is the only reason you'd stay. Greater than unless it becomes toxic. Greater than still, I don't know if I can trust her anymore. Look at her behavior and if she regrets it if you wanna know if you should leave or not. Good luck. Lol. They kissed. It's always just a kiss. That's what she's telling you now. Give it a few days, maybe a week. And then it'll be he groped her, or she sucked him off. What I'm trying to tell you, is that chances are she is full of shit. If she isn't, then she'll have no problem reporting him for sexual harassment. Your post was a little unclear as to how much she returned his affections. Did she kiss him back? Entertain his feelings? If so, was it because she was worried about the power he held over her? If so, she's a victim of harassment and you should start exploring legal avenues. So you find out your wife is in an entanglement with her boss and you do nothing at all. Lol, perfect 21st century man, this is hilarious. I would bet you haven't checked her email or text history either because you trust her so much. SMH. She lied and shushes fucking him. She trickle-truth'd you because she knows you lack a spine. IDK. What I can say to help you, dude, except try and find some self-esteem, please. At some point they kissed. Lol, is that the classic trickle truth? Give it a few months again op and then, maybe they did some light touching and she gave him a handjob, but it was only once. If you're going to stay for your daughter alone, don't. This will cause more hurt for her. If you actually want to stay with your cheating wife, get her to cut all contact with her boss. She cheated and she has to make it up and rebuild your trust. If she's a victim like she claimed, get her to report it. Started a weird relationship. Yeah, my dude, that's what most affairs are. It sounds like she's cheating or hiding something, but if she is, why would she tell what she told? Her husband didn't see any messages, so she could have just straight up lied and made up something else, but no, she tells her hubby all that about what her boss is doing and has done. Why? She just trying to stick as close to the story as she can? Is she just telling part of it and blaming it all on her boss in case hubby finds out more info? It is time to have the come to Jesus meeting with her and find out for sure what is happening. Collect more information. Speak to her when you are both calm. And #X200B. The relationship may have started as sexual harassment. The fact that she is taking steps to hide this sounds as though she is having at least an emotional affair. If she refuses to report him, or refuses to change jobs, you will know. If she lies about what you discovered, you will know. She didn't inform you when she kissed him. Let that sink in, dude. New job effective tomorrow or divorce. Seriously. The fact that she didn't come to you with this immediately is very bad. He should be blocked on all platforms and she should be looking for new work. Also, her job should be paying her a severance to hold her over until she finds work. The fact that she hasn't escalated that and got it shut down means she's fine with his behavior. She already kissed him. Probably fucking him too. FYI. The marriage is over, man. File for divorce. Talk to a marriage counselor. I'm not sure if that's the correct term. This is worth spending if you think your trust and relationship with her is at stake. Never hurts to see other professionals' perspective. Sadly, in the circumstances, you should strongly consider getting your 5-year-old DNA tested. You might well not be the biological father. Is App married or does he have a significant other? If so, you should also consider blowing his world up. Do so anonymously and don't warn your wife that you are going to do it. She will tip him off and you will be painted as the crazy husband. You are taking a fairly benevolent view of this and have pretty much swallowed what your wife has given you. Perhaps she is telling the truth, but it's a little bit too convenient. Hedge your bets. Buy a VAR and place it under her driver's seat. That will give you conversations, telephone conversations and activities in the car. If and when you confront her again, don't do it without conclusive evidence. Don't put it all out at once. She will just skip around you again. Don't tell her where you got your information. Keep her guessing. You may need the VAR again. Good luck. Why has he not been reported for harassment? Instead of her quitting, she can report him. Unless of course it was consensual, which if she has kept him around without telling you seems likely. If it gets out of hand and toxic, you can easily call the police on her boss. They kissed, and more. Google trickle truth brother. You've been cheated on, probably for years. Nah, they smashed after the kissing. They definitely kissed. If it was just him, why didn't she tell you about it? Why didn't she tell you about any of the harassment? You need to get more information first and then act based on evidence, but don't shut your mind over your heart. 2 types of sexual harassment. Hostile work environment and quid pro quo. It doesn't sound hostile. Quid pro quo means something for something. He got her the job. Did he get her the job in exchange for sexual favors? During the 10 years did he pressure her, like I got you the job, so you owe me? The bothersome aspect is that she's been getting weird texts and didn't tell you, and she obviously didn't tell him to stop. She should have told you immediately. They kissed. I think she's been having a full-blown affair with him and needs to come clean. They are fucking. 100%. Adults don't just kiss. They fuck. When a woman says they just kissed, she means they fucked.